See what needs to be done and doing it. You just have to keep on doing this. And we're going to roll all of them into this one talk at this point. If your partner has kept up with you, then they are beginning to see what needs to be done and doing it as well, that you're co-sharing these things, although people do it very differently. There's some people very relaxed about this and others have OCD about it. So that you have to work this out within your family relationship. Seeing what needs to be done and doing it in terms of your baby. If there are health concerns for you and your baby, then you're going to be in the system and you're going to have to do those things, those assessments, those monitoring and procedures that can help to maintain and safeguard your well-being and your baby's well-being. So seeing what needs to be done and doing it is just a life thing. It's a life skill, and it always has to be negotiated. It will come up again in the last phase of pregnancy, which is birth. And as we've said in the previous mothers-to-be and fathers-to-be pregnancy academies, birth is still pregnancy. Until your baby is born, you are still pregnant. And we need to remember that. And so how you approach that phase of pregnancy is very, very important. It may be called the birth, but the fact is that you're pregnant until your baby is born. So when you're dealing with life in general, you are faced all the time with seeing what needs to be done and doing it. And this is a skill that you have to teach your children as well. If you have children, you know that at the beginning phase of this, if you ask a child to help put their toys back in the box, they will do that. But they don't see what needs to be done and do it. That's quite sophisticated. Then the next phase often is when somebody gets mature enough to say, can I help you? But it takes quite a bit of maturity to get to the point where you see what needs to be done and doing it. As Dr. Phil says, we're not raising children, we're raising adults. So your job as a parent is to raise your child to ultimately see what needs to be done and doing it, and to be able to do all the things that they need to do in life if they lived alone, and then be able to do all of those things when they're in a family as well. And that's how successful families work. Everybody sees what needs to be done and does it, but they don't always scramble to the same thing all at the same time.